This is the TeamClearCoat podcast. We're two friends finally doing something about our obsession with cars.
We're probably not doing it well, but it should be fun, and we might actually learn something along the way. I'm Ian.
And I'm Dave, and this is our show. Ian,
Dave.
you know that part of the intro where it says we might not be doing it well?
That is the biggest understatement.
I'm Dave.
I'm Ian, and I went and got aluminum foil for technology reasons out of your cabinet.
Yeah, we're going to podcast about podcasting, but we've been trying to trace down a weird issue with your webcam that's back. But, you know.
We thought we had solved it.
We thought we did. Turns out we didn't.
With spit and duct tape and aluminum foil.
Yep.
And it turns out we got some dirty power.
Yeah, I think so. Either that or you're just a phantom and you're phasing in and out.
The jig is up, folks. The jig is up.
I talked to a guy at one of our hospital construction sites. You know, we have those things you wave your hand over so the doors open up so nobody has to touch anything. Mm-hmm. He's like, those things never work for me. It's like, I don't know how to tell you this.
Have you died recently?
Are you Bruce Willis? Right. Do you hear some child talking about how much the human head weighs?
Because that just makes you the child in that scenario. The precocious child. Which is, I mean, honestly, on brand.
On brand, yeah. So while I was driving to hospital sites today, I went to Greeley and back today.
Wow.
I was driving a lot.
Okay.
A lot of windshield time for work. Mm-hmm. I saw some stuff while I was out there.
You did. You sent me actual text messages. Usually you don't show them to me.
Until the show.
I appreciated the distraction today.
But we started it out with me asking you a question. Do you remember the question I asked you today?
Sure don't.
You don't? You've had a day, buddy.
I did have a day.
You had a day. Do you remember the question? I said, I'm going to be driving a lot today.
Oh, yeah.
Uh-huh. Look at Ian perk up right there like a kitten and some catnip.
You asked me for an album recommendation, and I was thinking about this today.
Me too.
Because I have, what's it called? Completely given up on trying to predict the things that you will like, because I am terrible at it. Even though I think I'm fairly knowledgeable about music.
You are
pop music. And,
you're very knowledgeable about current music. Yeah.
Yeah. And
you stay on top of it.
And I cannot figure you out.
I'm an enigma wrapped inside a question. But I want to ask you, how do you discover your new music? Do you like mainly take in Pitchfork reviews?
No, I stopped doing that a long time ago.
Yeah.
Occasionally I'll go on there and just see what they've selected as best new music.
Right. You kind of digest a few lists every now and then?
Yeah, every once in a while I'll do that. A lot of times I just look at new releases on
like allmusic.com or something?
I use Google Music as my streaming service, so I'll do that. And then I use for my more obscure stuff, the Vinyl District is an app that I use when I'm in new cities to find record stores and waste money. And they started a little while ago doing a newsletter of all the new releases, and it's like really like far afield stuff. New releases. And I found a few things through there that I really like.
Okay, nice. Yeah, so I asked you, I said, I'm going to be driving a lot today. Knowing that you have a tennis ball hopper full of albums that you could just fire out at somebody if they just said, hey, give me an album.
Yes.
Right? So that's what I did.
Yeah.
Right? And I think that this is something people should do more often.
Yeah.
Is just solicit, like if you have a drive, just pick one album, listen to it cover to cover. Right?
That's how I still consume all of my music like that.
Me too.
Yeah. Albums. And I think, I walk around just waiting for someone to ask me these things. And no one ever does.
I asked you, I said, I'm going to be driving a lot today. Give me an album that I haven't heard that I should just listen to.
So I'm going to explain do you want to give your opinion of it first, or should I give my rationale for recommending it first?
Go ahead and give your rationale.
Okay. Yeah. So my rationale was, I have no idea what you like.
Right.
I know I learned
big beat and weird glitch stuff.
Right, exactly. But even then, like I have a hard time, like if there's something that I like that has elements of those things.
Right.
Because you already know all of the glitch.
Most of it, yeah.
Right?
Yeah.
Like I'm not going to discover new glitch and turn you on to
Right.
it.
Have you heard of square pushers?
Right.
Bitch, we've been here for decades.
Right, exactly. But like if there's things that I like that has elements of that that I think you can latch onto, I am almost 100% wrong about that. So I learned recently that you liked Pavement, which again does not fit.
It's a little bit shotgunned, here and there.
Yeah. So I recommended the new Parquet Courts album to you.
Yeah.
Because it fit the thing of being newish, which
and what's the album called?
Wide Awake.
Wide Awake, that's it. Yeah.
And so a couple of things. It has great lyrics that are, kind of like socially conscious, kind of like woke indie in a less like exhausting way than like Father John Misty, who's just like
we
like lecturing you.
Yeah. Stop singing at me.
Right, exactly.
Right, sing to me.
Yes.
Yeah.
And so Parquet Courts is great with that sort of stuff. Their lyrics are fantastic. And then that album is very like they kind of like it does sound cohesive, but they do hop between genres a lot. Like there's a lot of variance between the songs.
Right.
And I thought that might appeal to your goldfish brain.
I compliment your rationale. It's very good.
Okay.
I'm going to fix my camera real quick.
Okay.
The other way. There we go.
Okay. So what did you think of it?
I enjoyed it. I thought about the Talking Heads the whole time I was listening to it.
Yeah.
I thought it was a good album. I don't know if I'll frequently go back to it, but I think that it's something that I could see growing on me.
Yeah.
Yeah.
There's also a remix album of it.
Which
was another thing that I had in the back of my mind. And the remix album's really good. I don't know if you ever do remix albums.
I do. Yeah, because I think you saw something on my iPod and you were like, why the hell do you have this? And I my first answer was it was on a Fortet remix album.
Right.
Turns out it was on the Scott Pilgrim versus the World soundtrack.
Oh, right. That was the Broken Social Scene.
Yeah.
Which is one of my favorite bands.
But yeah, so the lyric thing, I think this will kind of fit a piece of the puzzle together for you.
Okay.
So I actually have a very hard time digesting lyrics in music. Period. Like
I do too. It takes me a while.
Yeah. Like I can't understand a lot of people in real life, let alone when somebody's blaring guitar and drums at me as well. So I didn't get any of the lyrics.
Yeah.
So I mainly listen for tones.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Just big test pattern colors.
Yeah.
Yeah, I'm the same way. Like lyrics, I have to work at it, and that's something that I've been trying to concentrate on.
Yeah.
In the last few years. And I've gotten a little bit better at it. But yeah, it's not the first thing I hear. So like the music has to grab me first.
Right.
And then I come to the lyrics later. And so like the Hold Steady is a band I think we talked about a long time ago on this show. But,
sure.
They're kind of like known as like the best bar band in America.
Okay.
Their whole shtick. And they're very like literate lyrics. Like they're or literary lyrics. Like they have a 3-album run, and there's characters that exists between all 3, and it's not but they're all pop songs.
Sure.
So like you can listen to it.
It's not like a prog rock adventure album.
No, not at all.
Yeah.
And it's like based around like young kids being like druggy and stuff in Minneapolis.
Okay.
There's a lot of replacements in there and some Springsteen in there with the way that the songs are structured. And so it's really, really good. But it took me a while to get into it because the lyrics aren't the most immediate thing, but their lyrics are like the best.
Nice. Okay.
Yeah.
I enjoyed the album, and it made me think of when I was driving. I used to drive across from Missouri into Kansas for college because I went to community college out of state actually because my rationale behind it was I didn't want to go to a community college near where I lived because that's just like high school all over again.
Right.
So I was like, well, I'll just drive to Kansas because they have a great math and art department to Johnson County Community College, right? Nice. And so like that was like a 45 minute trip with no traffic one way every day. Right. And so it was like almost like one whole album out, one whole album back.
Yeah, that's perfect.
Yeah, Yeah. So I just was recalling when I was driving and listening to so many albums, Yeah. Yeah. I don't know. I enjoyed it. And it's something now that I like rebuilt that iPod, I'm doing a lot more. I'm listening to a lot more music.
Well, and honestly, like the last couple of years, what's been helpful for me for keeping up on new music is that I've been traveling a lot more.
Yeah.
And so like I'll download like 3 or 4 albums for a plane ride.
Yep.
And then just listen to albums
right
on an airplane.
And have stuff queued up for the rental car time.
Right. Yeah. I mean, usually my rental car time, I'm not that in the car for that long, but
you have had like some 2-hour drives from landing.
Yeah, that's true.
Yeah,
that's true.
Right.
But yeah, that's usually when I do my new music.
Yeah,
adventurous. Especially like the weirder stuff that like I'm not going to necessarily play at home.
Right. Yeah, because I think that there's albums that are okay in rush hour, and then there are albums that are not.
Yeah.
Right? Where it's like, I am busy enough right now. Like, I can't handle processing this as well.
Right.
Yeah, so sometimes you kind of want to fall back on something comfortable at that point.
Yeah.
Yeah, I don't know. Yeah, thanks for the album tip.
Yeah, no problem.
Yeah.
Parquet Courts is, I was talking about this with a friend a couple weeks ago, like, we were having a hard, because rock music right now is not in a great place.
Okay.
Like even indie rock. Like if you listen to, we have satellite radio in the Saab.
Sure.
And we listen to the XMU, the college-ish station. Or whatever.
I was just assuming it was some Swedish like satellite that it's picking it up from. That was put up there by Saab back in the day.
It's just all ABBA.
Oh, solar panels keep falling off of it.
Exactly.
So it just keeps getting weaker and weaker. Yeah.
But if you listen to the XMU station, which is supposed to be like the indie rock station, it's all just like bedroom pop.
Okay.
You know what I mean by that?
No.
So it's like this genre that's like
subgenres.
Yeah. It's kind of like it's a subgenre that's like it's very like dreamy and I like a lot of that stuff.
Okay. Like ethereal.
Not necessarily ethereal, but like if you think like kind of like Belle and Sebastian. Like it's a little more. I like Belle and Sebastian.
They're great. Like,
yeah,
they're immensely talented, and just not my thing.
Yeah, it's a little more twee.
Yeah,
and yeah, I mean it sounds like bedroom pop. Like you would play it in your bedroom,
right?
And I like that stuff, but it's just. That's everything. Like that's all of indie rock right now.
Okay.
All of that. Or stuff that is just outright pop music.
Right.
Again, great. Pop music is awesome, but it's not indie rock. So like we were trying to think of rock bands that have debuted since 2010 that we like.
Okay.
It's a very difficult list.
Yeah.
There's like no one. So
since 2010, I can think of maybe some metal, but that's about it.
Yeah, that had their debut album.
Yeah,
like there's been albums since 2010 that we like, but like
sure, but had their debut album since 2010.
Yeah,
new acts that have come up in the last 9 years.
Right, and I think Parquet Courts, their debut album may have actually. I'm not gonna look. Not gonna look at it. But like, I think their debut album may have been a year or two before that.
Okay,
or something. But they're more recent.
Yeah.
And yeah, they were the only ones that I could really think of.
Sure.
Because like that Titus Andronicus album that I love so much.
Yeah.
That was their second album, I think. So anyway, good talk. Car show.
No, like listening to albums in a car is a very good experience, right?
Yeah.
Yeah, front to back album listening in a car.
There are lots of albums or songs that I immediately associate with certain stretches of highway.
Exactly, certain stretches of highway, like, or one specific like road, and like that moment just snaps back in time for you, right?
Yeah,
yeah,
tons of them. There's actually one When I was driving back and forth a lot from Oklahoma to see my now wife in Michigan.
Yeah.
There was one stretch of like rural road where for some reason a couple trips in a row I kept listening to the same Flaming Lips album.
Okay.
And so like there are certain moments in the soft bulletin. If I close my eyes, I am on one stretch of especially deer-ridden road.
Okay.
And like looking and like I have anxiety about not hitting a deer.
Sure.
When I hear certain things on the soft bulletin.
Yeah. You just like, your doctor's like, why did your Fitbit heart rate go up right there?
Right.
Oh, well, I was listening to the soft bulletin.
Yeah.
Yeah. No, like that's a very like interesting combination of sense memories. Like, because like a lot of times you don't quite associate like being in the kitchen and hearing one specific album. Right. But like being on the road and being on one stretch of road and hearing a certain song or a certain album, like, I don't know, it's a wonderful like assembly of vignettes that we're building up over our lifetime.
Yep.
You know, and I really like that.
I also have
a car central to that experience.
Absolutely. This isn't a car one, but it's similar. I read The Count of Monte Cristo with OK Computer on a loop.
That sounds about right.
Not really. Doesn't really match at all. But I can't think of The Count of Monte Cristo without thinking of OK Computer.
Yeah. I've told you my OK Computer story, right? When I worked in the music store. Yeah, so OK Computer came out in 1999.
97.
97. Okay, yes, 97. I started working in the music store in 1996, right? And my first day of college, I also started first day of working in the music store. And Radiohead, like, obviously they had fans, but I never felt anything like that in my entire life when the release day of OK Computer. I just remember my boss, Randy, had ordered like the CDs shipped in boxes about as big as this keyboard, right?
Yeah.
Yeah. And I just remember he ordered boxes and boxes and boxes of it. And we didn't sell out, but we came close.
Yeah.
But there was this weird energy in the store all day.
Yeah.
Like it was tactile. You could feel it. It felt like you were wading through electricity. It was so weird. I will never forget that feeling. It was odd.
That's awesome.
Yeah. And it was when OK Computer came out.
That's a fantastic story.
Yeah. Yeah. Anyway.
The only CD I ever waited in line to buy was Kid A.
Okay. Yeah.
Because I loved OK Computer so much.
Yeah.
But I didn't hear it when it first came. I heard it about a year after it came out, I guess.
Okay.
And that was the waiting in line at the Sam Goody in Houghton, Michigan with me and like two people because we were the only people in Houghton, Michigan.
Yeah.
Who gave a shit.
Nice.
Yeah, it was pretty funny.
Nice. Car podcast, Ian.
Car podcast.
So while I was driving around in Greeley today, I saw a couple things.
You did?
I did. So
Are these actual cars? Are we going to talk about cars?
We're going to talk about actual cars for a minute.
We're not going to talk about music for like 30 more minutes?
Right? Okay. All right. We're going to make your camera wig out again. Okay. All right. So we're going to talk about this one first. And here we go. I saw a Skyline R32. And I actually pulled up next to the guy at a stoplight. And I exchanged some words with him, not like angry words. I was like, and of course, he was sitting on the right-hand side of it.
Yeah.
So I had to talk extra far into his car.
Right.
Right. You can see here his windows are down. And unfortunately, you can see some rust on this poor thing.
Yeah.
Yeah. Right. But I told him that I loved his Skyline. And I asked him how long he had it. He's had it for 2.5 years. And I told him, and this is something that as car enthusiasts, I think just doing this makes the world a better place. I told him thank you, and I told him that it was just awesome to see, and it makes me happy anytime I see a Skyline.
Yeah.
And he was happy. Like, it was like awesome, like cool. It was a good moment, like, yeah.
A+ interaction, Dave.
Yeah. Well, thank you.
A+.
Thank you. Also,
good show, sir. Good show.
It took me a while to see it because there was a car. It was in the left lane with me because I just set up camp in the left lane, just 5 miles under the speed limit.
Oh God, Dave.
No. Yeah, you've ridden with me. But he was in front of a Jeep Grand Cherokee.
Mm-hmm.
The roof line of a Skyline R32 is so low.
Yeah.
I could not see it through the windows of the Jeep Grand Cherokee.
Oh, wow.
I could just barely see the top of it. And so
wow.
don't overlook how
that's an old Jeep Grand.
Yeah.
Jeep Grand Cherokee.
There we go. Vocal exercises, red leather, yellow leather. Yeah, don't overlook how small these cars are in real life.
Yeah, they really are.
They're tiny, man.
Yeah.
Yeah. Yeah. Maybe 16-inch wheels on that thing. Yeah. And they look huge on it.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah. Tiny car. Yeah, but you can see like that the rear window line of the Jeep kind of almost lines up with the roof.
That's crazy.
Yeah, right? Yeah. So saw a Skyline. That made me happy. I also saw something a little bit more unique, as in that it's not really something that I think you can buy right now. But I saw a Ford Explorer ST.
Nice.
Manufacturer plates, probably in town to do some high altitude testing, because this isn't how they'd transport one here for sale.
Nope.
And they certainly wouldn't smack a number 23 on the back of it.
Yeah.
Yeah. So Explorer ST, let's talk about it.
Yeah. I would have been happier about them STing all the things if they were still selling the cars.
Exactly. Right?
You know?
Yeah. Yes, okay, so it's like what? A 400 horsepower SUV, twin turbo V6, right? The EcoBoost twin turbo engine in an Explorer. They're going to sell a bunch of them.
They're going to sell so many of them. And honestly, I kind of understand why, because the Explorer is 7 seats, right?
It is. If it wasn't before, it is now.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So, if you're talking about a car with or a 7-seater with that much horsepower, the alternatives are Range Rover,
right?
I don't even
Volvo XC90.
Can you get a 400 horsepower?
Yeah, they have that V8 plug-in hybrid.
Yeah.
But
even then, that's way more than this is.
Yeah,
we built one of these and it was $58,000.
Yeah, $58,000.
But if you're thinking about it in terms of 400 horsepower 7-seater cars,
true,
it's kind of a bargain,
right?
If you think about it in those terms,
cheaper than a Tesla Model S,
cheaper than a Tesla Model
with jump seats.
Yeah, I can't think of another 400 horsepower.
I bet there's a version of the Audi Q7 that you could get that would scoot just as much as that
for $58,000.
No, not for $58,000.
Right, that's what I mean.
Yeah. So maybe this will be a Porsche Cayenne situation where they make all the money with this and then they bring us more cool Focus and Fiesta RSs?
No, because Ford isn't focused on motorsport. They're focused on money sport.
You're right.
So they're just going to do whatever's going to make them the most money. And this is for sure it.
Oh, yeah. Yeah. This is like when,
so just study this image.
Yeah.
Kind viewers.
It's a nice color blue.
It's something that you're going to see a lot of.
You're going to see a lot of.
Which, I will say one other benefit of this.
Yes.
Is that these quad chrome exhaust tips will tell you immediately that you're not approaching a police officer.
That's true. True.
I appreciate that.
Yeah, thank you. Yeah, the police interceptors don't have those, and the crazy rear spoiler on the back window. Yeah, anything that you can do to identify it as not a police car when it's a Ford Explorer, greatly appreciated.
Absolutely.
Not like we'd ever be breaking law in the first place.
Absolutely not. But it's good to stay informed about the cars around you, about the law enforcement situation around you when you are doing the speed limit.
Exactly.
Make eye contact with the camera. Okay.
I did have one pucker moment when I was driving. There was somebody in a black GMC Terrain, Acadia, something like that.
Okay.
That made one of those cuts into traffic. Like they were behind me, like really close to me. I was in the express lane on I-25 coming south, and they cut around, and then they were accelerating for a gap in traffic, and I was like, oh, there's no way they're going to make that. And they went for it, and it was one of those ones, like it looked like the beginning of crash videos that you see on Twitter or Instagram.
Right, yeah.
Right? But the person made it. But it was so bad, my instinct was just to check to see if anybody was behind me, to see if I could slam on my brakes. My hand was ready to hit the emergency blinker, and I was ready to call 911.
Oh yeah.
I like all those things just clicked into order for me, and it was like, oh Jesus, like if that person didn't get in a crash today, I would be really surprised.
Yeah.
Yeah, it was insane. Yeah. So be careful out there, everyone.
Yeah.
People gapping through cars in traffic. Fuck that, man.
I had someone road rage at me today.
Did you really? Like on your way over here?
No, I
got your car back.
Yeah, I went to go get my car back.
Yeah. How did we not start the show with that? Talking about like racquetball courts or something.
Yep, racquetball courts. It's the name of the band.
No,
yeah, I got my car back today. Fresh new oil pan.
Okay. Yep.
Which reminds me, tell me, we need to talk later. I have an idea for a video related to that.
Okay.
So I was getting on the highway from down where my mechanic is, coming back up to Denver.
Right.
And it's like a long entrance ramp that eventually narrows down to one lane.
Right.
And so I was behind two cars. I was in, we were all in the right lane, and I didn't know when it narrowed down.
Sure.
So then I saw, and I was like, oh, there's a lot of space. So I went for it. So I pulled out from behind this pickup truck. And it was like a big full size, I think it was a big full size Ford or something.
Okay.
And I was already beside him, and then he like tried to get over to get around the car that he was in back of.
Okay.
And so I honked because I was on the shoulder to avoid him already. Right. And so he swerved back in, and I just, gunned it and went. And then I get on the highway, and he like comes ripping up behind me and missed me by a foot.
No.
Maybe?
No.
With like a 20 mile an hour speed differential.
Oh, God.
Yeah.
It's been a day.
Oh, yeah. And I had Nico in the car with me.
Oh, God.
I was not happy.
Yeah.
But yeah, and he was like yelling at me out the window. I was like, you ran me off the road. What are you talking about? So, yeah. He was upset with me for being faster than him. I don't know.
There must have been some misconception there. Like, what? I want to see the version of reality that was in his head.
Right, but
I don't justify such rage.
Like how?
Right.
Did you think I teleported there?
Right. Well, it must have been completely different than what
something.
Yeah. Right. Like,
or
he was just an asshole.
Yep.
There's that.
Could also be that.
The world has no shortage of them, Ian.
It's true.
Unfortunately, they can't all just like live in Idaho or something.
Yeah.
I know.
Yeah.
Yep.
So anyway,
yeah,
there's that.
So be careful out there, everybody.
Absolutely.
Don't gap through traffic. Don't be a dick. Be nice. Be ready. God. Yeah. I was so just ready to just completely slam on the brakes. I could like shoulder.
Yeah, the float
blinker.
over the hazard lights.
Yeah.
That's always how you know it's serious.
Right. And I love where it is in my Infinity because it's just right there. The top button, center, right underneath the screen.
Nice.
Boom. And I'm one of those people that I actually use my hazard lights.
I do too.
To
signal the end of a race.
Yeah, exactly. No, the most common thing that I use them for is in traffic when all of a sudden there's a whole bunch of braking on the highway, right?
Yeah, I do that all the time.
Then there's the part where everybody lets off the brakes because they kind of start going again. But if you were coming up from behind, you would not see everybody with their brake lights still on.
Yep.
So like I'm going 5 miles an hour here, and this person's doing 70 still. That's when I hit the blinkers for a little bit.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, I do the same. Until I see like 3 or 4 cars stack up behind me, then I turn them off.
Yep.
That's usually what I do.
Yeah. Heavy braking.
Yeah.
Hazards.
There's also so many ways to communicate with your fellow man.
Exactly.
From inside your vehicle.
Right? Yeah. You're not saying much, but you're saying so much. Yeah. Yeah. You're saying all they need to know.
That's deep, man.
Yeah, dude.
It's deep.
Yeah, Ian. Ian,
Yes.
I have an FMK Cars.
FMK Cars is a game that Dave and I play on the show. It's based on the classic game of Fuck, Marry, Kill, but in this case, we play it with cars instead of people because we're nice. F means you drive it for a day, you hit it and quit it. M means you marry it, it's a new daily driver. And K means you kill it, it goes to the crusher immediately.
It does.
That was our best intro yet.
That was. I'm gonna grab the recording of that. Okay. All right, Ian. This one is called Cash Rules Everything Around Me.
Dollar bills, you all.
Cream. Get the money. Dollar bill.
Sorry.
y'all.
Sorry.
God damn it.
Sorry. My mistake.
Ian
I'm
messes
ashamed
up
of
a
myself.
Wu-Tang lyric. Okay. All right. So
And Wu-Tang, they don't mind if you mess it up.
yeah, exactly. There's certainly something to fuck with.
Absolutely.
Right.
Yeah.
Yes. Okay. In this FMK Cars, Ian, all the money that you save with a lifestyle modification is used to maintain the car. And we're going to just assume in this scenario that the lifestyle modification and the money savings that comes with it is enough to maintain the car that I've given you. That there isn't a differential there.
Okay. So this is a sacrifice and a car.
Yep.
Gotcha.
Yep. Okay.
All
right. So first up.
I'm very curious to know what your opinion of my finances are because we're going to find out a whole lot about that question right now.
No, we're not. That doesn't come into play at all. Okay, so first up is a 1993, and these are all family cars.
Okay.
VW Volkswagen.
Oh, yeah.
Okay.
Okay.
All right. They even
There's
had
a wagon right there.
Yep.
That's the top one.
They had an all-wheel drive version as well.
Oh,
Yeah.
right. Yeah, because
Yep.
there was the Audi 90.
Yeah, the Audi something.
Yeah.
Yeah. Yep. So I'm going to give you a VW
80 maybe?
Volkswagen. Yep. Let's see here. Let's find a good one. Yeah, wagon. That silver one's nice. Yeah. Okay. All right. Oh, Phaeton. Okay. So what you have to give up. You can only buy one standardish price LP, like $15 to $25-ish a month.
Okay.
Okay?
All right.
Unless you choose to donate plasma and then use that money to get more LPs.
Okay.
I do like doing a podcast with you, so please do not turn your body into a raisin and donate all your plasma.
Yeah.
Yeah. Okay?
All right.
Okay. All right. You see where this is going?
Mm-hmm.
All right. Whoops. Okay. So next up, Ian, I'm going to give you a Saab
Okay.
9.5 Gary Fisher wagon.
Oh, wow.
Okay. So do you know about the Gary Fisher edition?
I don't. Did it come with a bicycle?
It did. I think you could get the bicycle with it. So some of the key things were it was a 4-cylinder turbo wagon, right? The 2.3 liter EcoBoost T7 Saab motor.
Okay.
I think it did come stock with a bike rack, and I think it did come with the bike.
I thought it did, yeah.
So here's a listing on Jalopnik for when they did a nice price or crack pipe for it.
Okay.
So it came with this body kit that you don't see on other wagons, on other 9.5 wagons, and it came with these weird tri-spoke 12-spoke wheels.
Right.
That was one key thing. Also, manual transmission was standard on the Gary Fisher edition. And this one looks really freaking clean.
Yeah.
Yeah. Okay. And this one, if I remember correctly, they rated nice price. So I love that Jalopnik found and posted this.
Mm-hmm.
Okay, Ian, the sacrifice that you are making is you and your family can only get fast food once a month.
Okay.
All other meals must be prepared at home. One night a month, you get to have a nice date night or family night out where you can do it up.
Okay.
Okay? So the money that you save with this modification is what you use to maintain the Saab.
Probably about right.
See, I thought I did think these through. Right?
That's probably pretty close.
I mean, you think about the
Fox is probably, that's optimistic. I don't buy much more than one album a month.
Okay. All right. Yeah. Yeah.
I have 400 albums, but I've been collecting vinyl for like 15 years.
Right. Exactly.
So
yeah,
whatever that works out to.
Right. Right. Okay. So lastly, Ian, I'm going to give you a BMW 535 wagon.
Okay.
I'll give you the all-wheel drive one too, because they were especially problematic. Yeah. So like, let's see here. We got to go to so here you go. Here's a good one. Okay.
Okay.
All right. Also from Bring a Trailer. Okay. Just a standard, 535 wagon.
Okay.
Okay.
All right.
You can never take a toll road, ride share, or use paid parking. Restaurants are only for birthdays and anniversaries. Hipster food courts and food trucks are right out.
Well, I mean, that's fine with me.
This is for your family.
Oh, right. Okay.
Also, I cut your hair. You save money on your haircuts because I'm doing it. And I charge a very affordable fee.
Uh-huh. Well, okay. All right. I think this is not that difficult. I will be crushing that BMW.
Oh, I wanted to cut your hair.
Yeah, that would not go well.
The part I was looking forward to was when I washed it first.
Oh, God. So creepy. So here's the thing. As much as I am loath to talk about my hair, and I knew we were going to get to this as soon as you announced what this was, I knew there was going to be a hair thing in here.
Okay. All right.
I spent several years of my life getting mandated very cheap and terrible haircuts.
Yeah, exactly.
And so I know what a cheap haircut looks like on me. It's not good.
Right.
It's not good. My hair is very straight. It just sticks. All of the hair. I have a lot of hair on my body, and it is trying to get away from me. All of it is trying to get away from me, and it all just grows straight out from my body and my face and my head.
To run away from you.
Yeah.
Okay.
It looks like I have been rubbed with a balloon
all over.
all the time. I look like a chia pet, just all the time.
Look like a grown-up Ewok.
Yes, just sticking straight up. So if you don't get this exactly right, there's I have a colic and it's here. It's the entire circumference of my head is a colic.
Okay, all right.
It all grows different directions and whatever.
Okay.
So yes. I pay money for haircuts, Dave. No, I'm pointing with implements, sharp implements, and I'm just waving them around.
I'm going to take
it's fine.
Screwdriver away from you. You get spun up. I take away the pointy objects.
So yes, I'm crushing that car.
Okay, all right. Then what else would you do?
Then I will marry the Saab.
Yeah, that's a great wagon, right?
It's great. It's perfect. Especially since I know maintenance is paid for.
Right.
With a relatively little sacrifice.
Yeah. This includes no Grubhub there, buddy.
Yeah, I mean that would be a challenge. We're exiting out of the Grubhub phase.
Sure.
We have a small child at home.
Yeah.
And he's about to be a year. He will be a year by the time this comes out.
Nice.
He will be a year old.
Happy birthday, Gus.
Yes. And so that will be a lot easier.
Yeah, no kidding.
And so for a day, I will drive the Fox.
Okay.
And I will. I think that's not a Fox. It says it's a Goal.
I wonder if that's
Is it the same thing.
Could be.
I have no idea. Maybe that's what it was called in Europe or some shit.
Yeah, I don't know.
Whatever. Anyway, I will. What should I do for a day in that?
I don't know. If it's the all-wheel drive one, you should definitely.
Yeah, I'll take the kids ice racing.
There you go. Nice. Look at that.
That's great. It's a great car.
Right? Nice. Well done, Ian.
Thank you. What would you do?
I would.
If I'm giving you haircuts.
Ooh, oh boy.
I'm very patient and not at all distractible. I'd be great at haircutting. I would definitely not also be on my phone while I was giving you a haircut.
I may do that for a day.
Just to see what I come up with?
Yeah. Yep.
Yeah.
And then I would probably also marry the Saab 9.5 wagon. Yeah. Yeah, right?
Yeah, I mean that's the easiest sacrifice.
Yeah. Yeah.
Although the Fox sacrifice would not have been bad at all.
Yeah. Yeah. Right?
Yeah.
Yeah. Nice.
Maybe I should have married that one.
You'd have to donate plasma for the I'm Traveling album buying binge.
That may happen every once in a while.
Yeah. But you'd have.
Can I save up my months?
You can save up your plasma money.
Oh, I can't save up my months?
No.
Oh, well, that sucks. Because there's months where I don't buy any records.
Okay.
And then
Sure, you can save up your months. Buddy.
Okay.
You can save up your months.
Well, thanks, buddy. I'm still only just driving it for a day, so it doesn't matter.
But you do save up your months to cut down on shipping costs, I assume. Like you don't buy like albums just at that moment. Like
Right.
unless it's something rare that's going to go away. Right?
Yeah, I mean, honestly, I buy most of my albums in a store.
Right.
And I carry them home.
Right.
And I buy a lot of them when I'm traveling because it's nice. Like, it's nice to have a story.
Yeah, it's a great way to take in a city too.
Yeah.
Like finding the record store, the path of getting there.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, seeing what they have, what the locals like.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I found a great record store in, of all places, Herndon, Virginia.
Okay.
Which is like this small town, like by like Dulles Airport.
Okay.
So like kind of far outside of DC, and it was like upstairs in a strip mall, like on the second floor of a strip mall.
Yeah, I'm all about that.
You could hear the music from the taqueria downstairs.
Yes.
And it was just like it was like barely organized.
Yeah. I want alphabet-ish.
Yeah, exactly.
Organization.
Yep.
Yeah.
And it was like, but he had it like, I love when record store owners do like their own subgenres.
Uh-huh.
And like we'll combine subgenres together. So like he had one section that was like early electronic, krautrock, and prog.
Okay.
And it was like my section. And I bought 2 records out of it. And then just in the new arrivals, he had like these gorgeous, like, I bought a Tears for Fears record. And I bought like a John Cale record and a Brian Eno record. Like they had all these great stuff.
Nice. How often do you get the MP3 or WAV file downloads on an album that you buy physically?
Less now.
Yeah.
Now that I do streaming stuff, I need to get back in the habit of it because now that I'm finding more like obscure stuff, I'm finding stuff that's not on streaming.
Right. Yeah.
I need to do it more.
Do most of the albums that you buy locally like come with a card for you to download?
Oh yeah, I've got like a whole fucking stack of them that I haven't done.
Yeah. I like buying stuff off of Bleep Warp Store because you can just download the MP3s right there.
Nice.
Like even on some pre-release stuff, they'll let you download a track or 2 in advance.
That's nice.
Yeah.
That's nice.
Okay. All right.
I have something for you.
Do you? Is it an FMK Cars?
It will be.
Okay.
Maybe. Allegedly. Dave, it was very, very warm today.
It was.
It is not going to be warm tomorrow.
No.
So we're recording this about a week before it's going to come out.
Yep.
So
yeah, like a week and a couple days.
Yeah, because someone's going to be traveling for work and throwing a wrench in the works.
Yep.
Dave.
Yeah, I'm going to be shoving beignets and espresso in my face.
Yeah. Don't tell people where you're going. That's poor OPSEC. I am... so tomorrow we're supposed to get a big blizzard.
Yes.
It was 80 degrees today.
Yes, it was.
80 degrees. We're getting a blizzard tomorrow.
Yep.
And which brings me to an FMK Cars that I am calling the thing you thought was happening is not the thing that's happening anymore. And those things swap places much faster than you would have expected for that new thing to be happening. Automotive whiplash.
I'm going to take that pin away from you. Sorry. I can't let you have anything. You bang everything as you talk. I love it.
I'm Italian.
You're Italian. You're good.
I gotta talk with my hands.
You're gonna make some kind of movement.
Yeah, it's not.
I love you, Ian.
I can't help it.
All right.
So you're gonna get a pair of cars.
Okay.
But it's one car. So you are going to get in a car.
Okay.
Expecting that to be the car.
Okay. All right.
And somewhere along your journey. And it's gonna happen randomly every time you do this. So it might be like a block after you start.
Sure.
Or it might be a block before you finish.
Okay.
Your car will switch. Oh, there he is. There he is.
Came out. Yeah.
There's the yawning
10 p.m. the witching hour.
Just perfect. Right on time.
I'm following.
All right. So the first pairing
is
Range Rover SVR.
Okay. because you saw one recently.
Because I saw one of my
Jesus,
kids' preschool.
Started at $115,000.
Yeah.
Ugh. Okay.
I mean, they're very cool, but
Yeah, they're very cool, but like, so is cocaine. No one should do it.
don't say cocaine is cool.
It's not.
All right, so you start in the SVR,
Okay.
but you finish in a Toyota Yaris.
Oh, okay. All right.
Okay, and
Okay.
again, that can happen at any point
any
in the
point,
journey.
okay.
And you will be surprised by it every time.
Okay. All right.
Right.
All of a sudden, it'll seem like I'm sitting on a lawn chair.
Like the one time you leave the house in Denver without a jacket.
Yeah. Yeah. Right?
Yeah.
Okay. All right. I see where this is going. Thank you
Okay.
for spelling that out.
No problem.
Yeah.
The next one,
Uh-huh.
C4 Corvette.
Okay. All right.
All right.
Speaking of cocaine.
Right.
Yeah. Let's get the official pace car version.
Sure.
Yeah.
And then
I like that. Okay.
Rolls-Royce Silver Shadow.
Oh, okay. All right.
That's the perfect. That's the
That-
perfect one.
right.
Just a bone stock
Right?
coupe.
With those turbine-ish wheels.
Yeah, that C4 Corvette, and then a Rolls-Royce Silver Shadow.
Okay. All right. Silver Shadow. Oh, okay. All right. Man, this is going to be nice.
Mm-hmm.
Oh, look at that.
But you don't know that that's coming,
Right. Yeah. Okay.
right?
All right.
What do you call it? Top
Landau.
Landau top.
Yep. I've seen a couple of those since we've talked.
Yep.
Yeah.
All right. Last one.
Okay.
1987 Chrysler Grand Caravan.
Oh, man. My parents have one of those.
Oh, really?
Yeah.
We were an Aerostar family.
That checks out.
Doesn't it?
Yeah.
V6.
We look at the bumper. Oh my God, this is the official Wikipedia picture. It's got a messed up bumper. I love it.
I love when Wikipedia has like a beater version of their official picture. That's my favorite thing.
Let me see if I can find ours because it had the wood grain.
And it's not like that's a rare car.
No, there should be.
There are other
7
pictures of it.
million pictures of that. Yeah. Oh man.
That's so funny.
Right? Yeah, ours was blue, like light blue.
Like that one?
Boom, right here.
Oh, that combo.
Yeah.
Wow.
Yep. That was a car I learned how to drive in.
Really?
Yep.
Okay.
Yep.
Explains so much.
It does, doesn't it?
All right. And then you will, at some point, so you'll start your journey in that. And at some point, it will morph into a Lotus Elise.
Oh, okay. All of a sudden, my head's going to be sticking out the top.
Uh-huh.
Okay. All right. Okay. Lotus.
Lotus Elise.
Lotus Elise. All right. Okay. It makes you happy anytime you see one.
At least I gave you the convertible so your head can stick out the top.
You did. You did.
Could have been mean and given you the Exige.
Okay. All right. I am marrying, hands down, the Corvette to Rolls-Royce conversion.
Okay.
Yeah.
All right.
Yeah.
I thought you hated the C4 Corvette.
I do hate the C4 Corvette.
Okay.
Yeah. I'm not
So you'll
a fan.
you're going for the most pleasant surprise you can think of.
Yes.
All right.
And then for a day, Range Rover to Yaris.
Oh, and you're going to crush the Elise and the Caravan.
I am.
Oh, that's surprising to me.
Yeah. Yeah.
I thought that was my pick for you to marry.
Really?
I thought you were going to crush the SVR to Yaris
Okay.
and marry the Caravan to the Elise.
No. Just like my music taste, I don't think you saw what was coming.
Yeah.
I don't know. It just struck me.
Okay.
Yeah. Mainly because I want to put myself in a situation where that would be very odd. Mm-hmm. Like I load up 7 passengers in the Range Rover. Like on a business trip or something.
Right.
Yeah.
And then they're just clinging to the roof of a Yaris. You got like 2 people just shit out of luck.
What do you think you would do?
I think marrying the Corvette and the Roller is like obviously the right answer.
Right.
But I am intrigued by the Grand Caravan and Elise.
Yeah.
Because I feel like they are, even though they're complete opposite ends of the car spectrum, it is all, between the two of them, they're all the car anyone ever needs.
You're right.
They're everything you need.
Yeah, you're exactly right.
So I think I would marry that.
Yeah. What else do you need? than a Caravan and an Elise. You could drive the Caravan onto High Plains Raceway, knowing that at some point it's going to turn into an Elise.
Oh yeah,
that would be so great.
That'd be awesome. Yeah, you're it's the perfect 2-car garage.
It is. I think it is.
It's all you need.
Yeah. That wood grain, man. That was just a vinyl applique.
That's our hottest ever take.
Yeah. Yeah, right? Yeah, nuclear take coming down from Team Clearcoat. Perfect car garage, Dodge Caravan, 1988 Lotus Elise. Don't at me.
Yeah.
With white walls and wood grain.
Right.
Yeah.
And fake wire wheels.
Yeah. Oh, absolutely.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah. Oh, man.
All right.
Yeah.
Dave, what else do we have
Yawning boy
to talk about?
Well, we have a couple things to talk about. Also, I have one more FMK cars for you. And then I think we could probably call it a show.
Okay, great.
So we did a thing, Ian. We did 2 things.
Okay, refresh my memory because I don't recall anything that we do. What have we talked about tonight?
I don't know.
Okay, great.
Okay. So, Ian, when we were at the Denver Auto Show,
yes,
I made you strap a camera to your forehead and walk around. That video is going live on YouTube. What? When people hear this, it'll be live on YouTube.
It will have been live.
Yes.
I have not seen any of it.
other than a couple clips.
Upset am I going to be about it?
I don't think you'll be upset.
Did it turn out well?
Yeah, I think it turned out exactly like we thought it would.
How long is it?
It's like an hour and 40 minutes.
Oh God.
So I wish we could somehow gamify it and give somebody achievements for making it all the way through that video.
Yeah.
But if you want to see what it's like to ride on my shoulders or Ian's shoulders and have your face where our faces are mostly while we go to the Denver Auto Show and what we saw during the walking tour, you know, that maybe you've already listened to the audio of, but you want to get that video filler.
I think it should be entertaining.
Yeah.
I will point out a couple things that I think are worthwhile.
Yeah.
I think our time looking underneath cars and stuff for where the Supra is.
Where the Supra, yep.
That's entertaining.
Yep.
I think learning how to open the rear doors of an Audi A8L.
Yep.
Also entertaining. And mostly, it's entertaining to see just how short I look from Dave's perspective because it's shocking, folks.
Why?
I look like far away. Like I don't know how he's not always shouting at me because I look tiny from your perspective.
Wide angle lenses make it look
Let's not blame it on the lenses, Dave.
They make it look so amplified. You know that I just don't. That's just not something I think about.
Well, yeah, no, because you're like, you're like a fucking bald eagle. You see everyone from that perspective. So, of course, that's just how the world is.
Anytime I see another bald eagle, I'm like, huh. Yeah.
Do you know how rare it is that I see the top of someone's head that isn't my child?
Yeah. No, I get it.
Yeah.
I get it.
It's a jarring perspective to see of yourself.
Yeah. So also, you move your head way more than I do, so we had to use my camera way more often.
Again, I'm a spaz. We know that. You just yelled at me because I can't have pens when we record the show. Not allowed.
I'm just gonna duct tape oven mitts to your hands.
Yeah, we'll just do Edward Forty hands all the time on this show.
On the show.
Have you ever? You've never played that, but yeah, Edward 40 hands.
Yeah, I've seen it. Yeah,
duct tape 40s to your hands, and you can't get them off until you finish them.
Oh God, 2 40 ounces. That's horrible.
Yeah, it doesn't really work.
No, yeah. So Smash.
I played it once, and we bailed like halfway, through one.
Yeah,
we all had to pee.
Smash cut you trying to figure out how to vomit and like lift up a toilet lid with.
Vomiting is not the problem.
Peeing is.
Peeing is the problem.
Because that's a lot of liquid. That's 80 ounces, Ian.
Yeah.
Yeah. Yeah, doctor said you only need 64 ounces.
Uh-huh.
Yeah, but probably not of malt liquor.
Definitely not of malt liquor.
Oh, Ian.
Dave. What else did we do?
We did another thing where our height is not so, our height disparity is not so accentuated.
Okay.
All right. We did.
Dave is 3 feet taller than me. Not a lot of people know that. Continue.
We launched surely we're going to do millions of these videos. Team ClearCoat goes for a drive.
Okay. Get that picture off, man.
So this is Ian and I driving around in like a comedians in cars. The two decidedly not comedic people in a car.
Not getting coffee.
Not getting coffee.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
So it's just the car part.
It's just the car part.
Okay.
Yeah, but this is you and I driving around, getting sandwiches from Torta Grill and talking about the studded tires on my Infiniti, and then me scaring you a little bit.
Yeah. Come for talk of the best sandwiches in Denver.
Yeah.
And stay for me being a terrible passenger.
As you always are.
Mm-hmm. I hope that the next time we do one of these, we are on a racetrack.
Yeah.
I think we should do that.
Yeah. I want to do this for any time we can be in a car together.
Okay.
Yeah.
That sounds good.
I know at some point I'm going to be insisting we record too much of your life.
Oh, we're well past that.
So now you just give it. Actually, I have to say, you were such a great sport about the forehead cameras because there was a point where you were resisted, and then you saw that there was no point in resisting it.
As again, we talked about this a similar thing the other day. Our relationship is not, I'm going to say, unlike a marriage.
Right.
And I recently, we had to do the family photos.
Yes, yeah.
And we used the same photographer. And the photographer remarked to me that I, like you said, am a good sport because I don't like getting my picture taken.
Right.
And
but you're really photogenic, though. That's the thing. That's the thing. You're crazy photogenic, but you hate getting your picture taken.
Because I'm not photogenic. I don't
you
like
are.
It. I'm going to cut your mic. And anyway, so...
I call you handsome.
Oh my God. So we were like doing the photo thing and she was like, oh, well, you know, most husbands complain about it even after multiple things and blah, blah, blah.
Right.
And she was like, so you don't complain about this format because we do like a photojournalism style.
Sure.
You don't complain about this format. And I was like, or after the first time you didn't complain about it. And I was like, well, I've already lost the argument. So, what am I gonna do? And I think of the head cam the same way because I think I did protest at first.
You did.
And then I saw that I had lost the argument, and then from there it's just debase myself, I guess.
I like to think of it another way that if the other person shows that they are passionate about one thing, then the other person just supports them and makes that thing happen.
Yeah, we could do that reading. That makes me sound better. I like that.
That's how I like to view it. Yeah. Yep. I was reading an article about the guys that write the Venture Brothers because it's just two guys, Jackson Public and Doc Hammer, right?
Okay.
And like they've been writing it for 12 years now, right? And you know, somebody was saying like, well, you know, how do you guys settle like when there's a difference in the direction that you think something should take or how something should pan out? And they just had a very simple answer. And it was that they can see when the other person is passionate about something and then they just support it.
Okay.
And that's how the show's gotten to where it's gotten.
Yeah. Whoever cares more wins.
Right.
Yeah.
You know? Yeah.
That's a good way of thinking about it too.
Right? Yeah. Yeah. No, that really stuck with me. Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah. So you and forehead cameras, I think it was hilarious, the fact that we did it, right?
Yeah.
And I want to see if people like it. Right?
I also love, my favorite part about it is the marketing person brain.
Yeah.
The marketing people are just wired differently than you and I.
Yes.
And they'll see two idiots.
Right. Talking to each other and the internet.
Talking to each other in a very kind of deliberate, weird fashion.
With notebooks and equipment and backpacks.
And cameras on their foreheads. Like, there was no missing them.
Right. We are doing a thing.
Right. And they would still come up and be like, oh, would you like more information about the Ford Fusion? No, we don't need information about the Ford Fusion. It's been out for 150 years. We know everything there is to know about the Ford Fusion. We're good. No, thank you.
No, yeah. Yeah, I do like those moments at the auto show because I just move my head over to you and you're just like going like this into the camera like.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, pretty much.
Yeah. No, but if you want to see what it's like, so like people watch our virtual track days, right?
Which I don't get.
And they'll watch a lot of it, right?
Do people watch this show?
No one watches this show.
Perfect.
But yeah, so I mean, like it's like we're live streaming, walking the auto show.
Yeah.
Yeah. So let us know what you think. Let us know what you think over Team Clearcoat Goes for a Drive. Yeah. Yeah.
Definitely don't GIF anything
Yeah.
in either of those videos.
Make all the gifts from them. Ian?
So we did that thing. Yes. You did a FMK Cars thing.
Yeah, I have one more FMK Cars.
I want to hear it.
Okay.
Give it to me.
This
Put it
one's
in my face.
This one's called, well, I have put this in your face before.
Oh, God.
This one's called Dave's Vice. Caffeine.
Oh.
All right. My one true vice, Ian. I always say everyone has a vice.
We wouldn't say sugar is your vice?
No. Caffeine for sure.
Okay.
Yeah. Yeah. Trust me, I'm a carb loving fool.
Uh-huh.
But if you try to make me choose between carbs and espresso, espresso is going to win every time.
Okay.
All day.
All right.
Forever and ever and ever.
Okay.
Okay? All right. So you get a car, and the only way you can imbibe is caffeine into your body. Okay?
Wait, I don't get it.
So you get a car.
Okay.
And then a method for caffeine delivery into your face.
Oh, okay. Got it. All right.
Okay.
All right. I'm following now.
And I think you'll see where this is going. First up, Fiat 500, a Barth.
Okay.
What kind of caffeine are you going to get with that?
Like an enema. No, I don't know.
You're only going to get straight espresso.
Right, espresso.
Okay? All right?
Not like a really finely made cappuccino?
Nope. Okay. Just espresso.
Just espresso.
I
have seen a weird number of Fiat 500 Abarths out lately.
Good.
I don't know if there was some sort of like
sales push.
Fiat mechanic surge
to support all of them. They lifted the hiring freeze.
Yeah, something happened, but yeah, I've seen like a bunch of them lately.
Nice. Good. That means we can get one used. Yeah. They're great. That roarty exhaust just it's wonderful.
Okay. It's going to be the best Lemons car in like 20 years.
Oh my God, it so is. Yeah. Okay, up next, I'm going to give you an Audi. All right. Let's do an Audi RS4. Okay?
What do the Germans do for coffee?
It's not necessarily what the Germans did for coffee. It's just kind of the way the Germans are solving this problem. Okay?
Okay.
We can say that this is very technology heavy.
Right.
So your method of caffeine delivery is going to be coffee, like actual brewed coffee.
Okay.
But it has to be made out of a Clover coffee maker.
Oh, okay.
Okay?
Yep.
Right?
That makes sense.
So this was an $11,000 single.
The man obsessed with coffee.
Yeah.
Misspelled the word coffee.
It's past the witching hour. It's an $11,000 single cup coffee maker. If you've ever had a cup out of one, it's fantastic.
Yeah.
It's a marvel to watch because at some point it lifts this puck of grounds up and they squeegee it off the top.
Yeah, it's cool.
It's amazing. Makes a brilliant cup of coffee. And it's very well suited to the type of coffee you like.
It is.
Yeah, so Central, South American, the more citrusy and bright coffee flavors versus the deeper chocolatey stuff. Clover's really good for that stuff, man.
Okay.
Yeah.
All right.
Okay. All right. And in the scenario, I'm just going to say you have a Clover in your house.
Okay.
Okay?
All right.
All right. All of these things you just have. All right. You don't have to go track down a Clover.
Okay.
All right. Lastly, I'm going to give you one of our favorite cars from the auto show. Lexus LS
500.
500.
Yeah.
All right? Where we take our moment of zen.
Mm-hmm.
All right? Okay? All right? We love it.
Yeah.
Okay? In this one, you have the best green tea.
Okay. The best green tea.
Yeah.
Unfortunately,
Uh-huh.
I have to crush the Lexus.
Really?
Yeah.
Okay, why is that?
I don't love green tea.
What if I made it black tea, or just tea in general? Like a brewed leaf is how you got your
The other two are still more appealing to me.
Okay. All right, so tea in general.
Tea, well, I really do like tea.
Sure, I do
Like
too.
you though, I am
Yeah.
a coffee enthusiast.
Absolutely.
And I do enjoy tea, and sometimes I even crave it,
Yeah.
but it's always second place.
Right. Okay.
It's always second place to me to coffee.
Yeah, me too.
All right, so that means I'm gonna marry the RS4
Okay.
and drive the Fiat 500 for a day.
Okay. Nice.
Yeah.
Yeah. I think I would be doing the same thing.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I do love a good espresso, just straight espresso,
Yeah.
but it's more situational.
Yeah.
Like it can't be my everyday utilitarian coffee.
It was mine for a while, but then I got the bigger Nespresso because I wanted to have a cup.
Mm-hmm.
You know, like sitting down with a cup versus just taking a couple sips of it and of a shot of espresso.
There is something to holding a cup of coffee.
Yeah. Yeah.
And like a cup of coffee.
Yeah.
Versus a pull of espresso, that just the act of having the coffee in front of you in that form,
It unlocks endorphins.
Yes.
Yeah, I'm sorry. You were saying it makes you feel.
Just makes you feel better. Yeah.
It does. Yeah.
Absolutely.
Everything's in its right place, right?
Mm-hmm.
And then, like, if we're talking about a car's involvement, a cup of coffee while driving, mwah,
Yeah.
right? An espresso while driving, yeah, it doesn't really work,
Yeah.
right?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Over too quick.
Yeah, right?
Title of your sex tape.
Boom, nailed it. Ian.
Dave.
What if I changed it up? What if instead of caffeine, it was the only way you could have alcohol? So the Fiat 500 was hard liquor. All right.
So whatever hard liquor I wanted.
Yeah, whatever hard liquor, but like, in shot-ish form.
Okay. In a shot form.
Okay.
All right.
And then the Audi was beer.
Obviously.
Okay. Mm-hmm. And then the Lexus LS 500 is like kind of higher-end mixed drinks. We're talking something with elderflower liqueur.
Yeah.
Right?
I would crush... I love the RS4 as part of the problem here.
Okay. But if all you could have was beer...
Yeah, I think I would crush it.
You do?
Mm-hmm.
Yeah. Okay.
And then I think I would...
You just appreciate like the flavors from like distilled spirits more than anything else.
It's also that I'm old now.
Uh-huh.
And the consequences of beer are like more pronounced.
Like what? What are
Well,
the
I just
consequences?
feel worse after I
Oh.
have beer than I have if I drink
with a whiskey.
If I drink a lot of whiskey, like
Uh-huh.
if I go crazy and have like way too much whiskey, I feel less bad than if I had too much beer.
Okay. Okay.
And also just like I'm just burnt out on beer. Like
Okay.
Colorado is just like beer.
Yeah. Yeah.
So
How many people do you know like that started a brewery?
Oh, I don't think I know any. I know a lot of people who homebrew,
Right.
but I don't know anyone who started a brewery.
Yeah.
But yeah, I
Yeah.
don't know.
Okay.
That's a tougher one.
So you kill the Audi.
Yeah, probably marry the Fiat.
Okay.
And drive the Lexus for a day.
Okay.
Yeah.
Nice.
Yeah. Did we do a car show? Wait, what would you do with the caffeine one?
I think I would marry the Audi.
You would marry the Audi.
It's really tough between espresso and coffee though.
Yeah.
But like we were saying, I think the whole like driving with a cup of coffee is so nice.
Okay.
Yeah. Like a cup of coffee on a road trip?
Right.
Come on, man.
Yeah.
Just gas station sludge shit coffee.
Yep.
Right?
Yep.
Right? Yeah.
Okay.
Ian,
I think we did a car show.
I think we did. And I think everybody needs to hop over to our YouTube channel to watch our new videos.
Please do that.
Yeah.
And subscribe while we're there.
Thumbs up on them. Yeah, somebody should be our 100th subscriber. We're at 99 now.
I know.
Yeah.
I know.
Who's going to break through? Scion Don coming in at 99.
Also, email us at teamclearcoat@gmail.com. We're all of our particulars are at teamclearcoat.com. We're in the social medias.
Yeah, if somebody sees something crazy on the road and they want to call it in, what phone number should they call, Ian? I'm going to try to tell you with my mind.
You got to do me like that, huh? 720.
Yep.
5.
Yep.
9.
Nope.
1.
Yep.
1. 5 1.
Nope.
7.
Nope. It is an odd number.
9.
Nope. 720-515-1391.
There it is.
Yep. Our psychic link is malfunctioning this evening. It's the aluminum foil throw.
It is man.
Yeah.
We love you, everyone.
We do.
Goodbye.
Goodbye.